Citadel. You shall be remade! You will know pain! Inevitable! I will bathe this world in blood! Impressive, but futile. You've accomplished nothing.
The journey of this character might be coming to a close. As you could see in the introduction, the build has some really impressive damage while also being incredibly sturdy. And we're at day 20, so I thought it would be a good thing to try and show where the build has come to at this stage. You can see I have a few items here in my inventory. I want to discuss these. Yeah, like if we look at the DPS on the end game here, 4.2 million, that is very high. You usually don't have this big a number in in-game tooltips. If we look at my defenses over here, you can see 27k armor, 11k evasion. Those are some pretty solid numbers. Spell suppression at 100%. Resists are overcapped, and chaos is just right on the cusp of 75%. Block chance 65, which is the cap, so I'm missing 1% chance to block spell damage, but I mean, come on, it's fine. Stun avoidance, avoidance of elemental ailments, and then also enemy crit extra damage reduction as at 100%. These are amazing numbers, and at the same time I'm also sitting at a solid 5k life, 5.2, but I've reserved 200 of them to run precision. If we go over the items, I am on the Varnastra plan. You can get more damage. I have seen people using daggers and then enchanting them with the new thing that Danny offers. So you can gain 45 on melee hit, because that frees up a socket in your 6th link, so you can get a better damage link in there. That is a very solid option, but I'm a sword guy, so I like my swords. I also like all the utility that Weapon Master gives through Varnastra, so the instant leech, the more accuracy, the more crit chance and such. So it's just, overall, I think this is nice. Also, for the more area of effect, it helps to increase the range of Flesh and Stone as a defensive layer as well. Helmet here has an abyssal socket and the suppress and intelligence I need to equip my items. Emperor's Vigilance, 29 quality. Replica Dragon's Fang's Flight. I actually dropped this one myself, which I've mentioned in an earlier video. This one is the one I've been using for a couple of weeks now, I think, along with Calandra's Touch. So it's not really what I was going for when I was rolling the ring, but the affixes just came out too good to roll over, so I just kept it, and then the build has developed around them. Then I got some gloves here. They're actually kind of cute because they're item level 72. I don't think I've ever used such a low item level gear piece before this far into the end game, but they rolled really well. So yeah, they take care of my my mana leech issue. Then there's Mage Blood, big new acquisition, which I actually shelved for some time and went back to Aunt's Anguish, but then some clever guy posted on YouTube that I should try and check out something about my chest, which I'll get back to in a second. And then Relocation Patience, I bought these just for the extra life, so to balance things out. This one here, Facing, is amazing for moving around and movement speed. This one takes care of my chance to avoid being shocked. This is more than 100%. If I remove this, you can see I have no elemental avoidance, elemental ailment avoidance. So this is 107% from this one. I actually didn't know what I was going to use for the flask graphics in this one, so I just grabbed some more armor. And this one helps with my elemental resist and also takes care of my chaos resistance. And then this is because I'm not immune to bleeding or corrupted blood. So whenever I see the blood orbs over my avatar, then I'll just click this and I'm fine. Then a mention here of Herald of Purity. I was actually using this in the clips of the in-game footage in this video. And I've since then actually been able to use Pride instead, so ramping up my damage quite substantially at the cost of a... Yeah, it cost me 200 life because I'm using, it is here, Arrogance and Precision level 11, and I still have enough chance to hit. I'm at 196% chance. And this was the best I could really balance out. For the links, about the chest. This is absolutely huge. I was clinging on to the Ressus Defiance for a long while because I wanted to keep the crit resistance. And then this guy named Street Tari, I hope I pronounced the name correctly, made a really clever comment about switching out the Ressus for a rare chest. And he pointed out that you can actually essence craft the 10% reduced extra damage from critical strikes per endurance charge. And then I went on and first crafted this one here for a test, and it was really good, and it was also relatively easy to craft. I actually have the video crafting this chest piece up here if you should be interested in it. But basically what you do is you get a fractured base, then you use Essence of Horus until you have your suffixes right, and then you can use annulments and exalted orbs. Once the suffixes are as you want them, you apply Eldritch implicits to it, so you make sure that the Exarch is dominant. You can see I have it here. So if you use, then you can use an Eldritch Chaos Orb to just re-roll your prefixes until they are as you like them to. And well, I got lucky with hitting tier 1 flat armor and evasion on this one, but it's pretty easy to craft really, and it's an amazing piece. If we look at the tree here, I'm stretching really far. So this one, I've been using it for a long time, and then the 2 Forbidden Flesh, giving me Weapon Master. Storm Shroud, along with this flask here, takes care of all my elemental ailments avoidance. Then I have some tattoos for capping out being stunned and spell suppression. Another cluster here, been using it for a long time, and then some small clusters here, not small clusters, sorry, abyssal jewels, and these are all Murderous Eye jewels, so I can cash in Tekrat's Gaze. I only have 4 Murderous Eye jewel because I also have the 4th up here. But if you look at the damage numbers, this one here is of course synergistic, but it's really nice to have, and I think it's a good tool for the build. You can also just go with less dual sockets and normal duels instead. But this is working out really well for me so far. If we go into the PoB, you can see same tree here. Also, I forgot to show this one here. So it's 17,104, giving me fizz damage, melee damage, physical damage, rage on melee hit, crit multi, rage on melee hit, crit chance, and crit chance. So these two, rage on hit, is the only source of rage that I have on the build. Yeah, you can see same setup as when I skilled out of Endless Hunger quite a while ago. If you look at the numbers, I am just shy of 37 million. This is with 4 stacks of Spider's Web, so probably should only just be 1, because this is my initial hit whenever I get close to things. Then when I've been close to things, Pride goes up, maximum effect. So now I'm at 43 million, and then if I plant my banner, 53. If I've killed recently, it goes even further up. So you can see it scales up. This is also how I killed the Abomination boss in the intro video. But let's just tune these things down again a little. So we have the damage numbers here. You can see all of the resists are fine. And then we get to the EHP, because this is really an amazing part of the build. This is, of course, because Path of Building likes to cheat. Where is it? Molten Shell. So if I remove Molten Shell, so this is when I'm unlucky and it's not up. You can see I still have a very high fizz max hit, and both the elemental hit and the chaos hits are very high. Then if you look at my life leech on hit rate, that is a lot. So every second I am able to recover 3,622 life. So things have to deal a lot of damage to me in a very short period of time in order to actually get me down. Same with the mana leech. It is on 316 per second, and I only spend about 90. So looking at all of these items here, the build is very solid. I can go high on damage. Other people are showing that, especially if you go on poeninja and search up for and search by damage numbers. But I have the survival to run any content really, and in order to prove this, I will show a video here after where I'm running a Citadel, which is considered the hardest tier 17 in the game, because of the boss is absolutely horrible to fight. You might want to take a second look at the map modifiers, because they're scary. But yeah, I think I've come to an end with the character. I've gotten my cloak. Let's see, where is it? It was here. So, I mean, it's nice. I have it. Don't think I'll be using it because I like a simplistic look to my character. But yeah, I think this character is pretty much done here. So thanks for watching this long, and I hope it gives some info on how I built the character. Actually, no, I forgot something. Sorry, I forgot my gems. So Molten Shell, link with cast when damage taken, just level 1. It's to prog it whenever I am getting overwhelmed. So I don't need it to be up when I'm running around. I'd rather have it when I'm getting fired upon from all sides. So that's why. Leap Slam, this is just to get out of jail if I'm caught somewhere. I don't use it that often. Here up, Arrogance with Precision, and then War Banner because I needed to place it somewhere. Assassin's Mark and Mark and hit support and life tap. It's because it has a very hefty mana cost. If I pull it up here, so if I remove this, I actually risk applying Assassin's Mark in a situation when I don't have any mana left, and that can prevent my attacks. So that's why I have the life tap in there. Shield charge linked with Fortify, and endurance charge and melee stun support, and life tap. Again, if I'm running a no regen map and I need to recover mana, I can just shield charge around and burning my life instead. And I do have a life flask, not a mana one. So this is part of why. But then also look at the damage numbers. It's 2.1 million. And in the map that I'll be showcasing hereafter, you will see that I'm utilizing shield charge a lot. And it has this extra line saying 75% increased stun threshold reduction on enemies at maximum charge distance. If you pair that with endurance charge and melee stun support saying 19% reduced enemy stun threshold and increased stun duration on that, that means whenever I see something dangerous at a distance, I can shield charge into them and stun them for a pretty large amount of time. So pay some attention to that. It's a good tool to have. Flesh and Stone, this is to mitigate damage from nearby enemies. Enlighten in order to do the things, and Pride to deal more damage, and Blood Rage because I needed somewhere to place it. And then we have the links here, Shield Crush, Awakened melee physical damage support. This is my source of Intimidate, but you can see how my attack speed is very high, so I will eventually trigger the Intimidate. Multi-Strike, I could get an Awakened one here, but I don't care really. I mean, the build doesn't really need it. Awakened Brutality, Endurance Charge and Melee Stun, and Fortify. So this is the setup, and now I will be going into the map and show how the character actually performs. So thanks. Here you can see the map that I prepared and the scarabs that I'm running it with. I want to make the rares as hard as possible in the map in order to get them to drop more scarabs for me. When the map gets multiplied through my atlas, which you can see here, then the reduction to my maximum resists is up to 37%, which is usually a death sentence in this game. But the build is very sturdy, so it's not a completely clean run. I die once to something that either overwhelms me or it's a lot of hits at the same time. I'm not entirely sure what happens. I'm not familiar with the mechanics of that set skill, but I do get overwhelmed at some point. But other than that, the build just performs really, really well. And yeah, you can see the life bar is at maximum most of the time, so it feels safe to run it. One thing you will notice when fighting the boss in this map is that mobility is key in order to not get too many debuffs and get slow to a crawl and then eventually just get overwhelmed in there. That is a nod towards Mage Blood being better than Arn's Anguish. You can run Arn's Anguish in there, but the extra mobility gained from using Mage Blood is just huge. But you can see it. Also, there is some Verisium. You can see it down below here. Actually, I think I'm getting close to it fairly soon. So I'll speak over this and then I'll leave you alone when I'm done with it. Because there's a pretty good showcase here. When I'm clearing first, because I don't want any extra visitors to come in and perhaps be flame bearers and do something weird to the arena. But fully charging in a map as difficult as this, tier 17, and yeah, just for yourself, I think this is pretty good. But you can see shield charge, I'm using it a lot, so whenever I have a feeling that things are getting an aim at me, then I just make sure to move away. So that is just not like, it's not the character's defense, it's also just some just not mechanical. It's just you move around and try to dodge things so you don't make life too hard on yourself. Anyway, it's been plenty of talking on my part. I hope this has been a good video and you've enjoyed the journey. If this was the first time seeing the build around, then I have a complete journey from day 1 and onwards. Actually, I have the concept before day 1 as well. And yeah, I think the character has turned out pretty damn well. So happy with this one, and well, also think I'm ready to go touch some grass now. Yeah, take care and have a good one.
Nothing. I have already seen you lose this battle. For the king, Landslicer. Forbidden power. You have broken the circle.
I will not rest until this land is cleansed. Rend. Perish. The stars bring only doom.